Sorry, I had a headache.
Yeah, so that I just kind of came back to it.
Make sure to clock back on.
I think I saw a local take your horse.
Of course. Second one that's stolen today. Fantastic. I'll go get a different one out. I'm sure he'll show up. Such an odd main choice to put on that. Is that the Hungarian? It is the Hungarian. No, it's a quadruped. No, it's a Hungarian. It's a Hungarian. You not see many people using that horse. That's cool. I need to find cash with my outfit. Okay. So I need to find out from Pip where he put my horse. Atlas. Well, I can't ride him for a while. We have Persephone and Odysseus. Let's get Odysseus out. Great. Hey, who's coming here? Has someone come in here? Benson? Benson! I got stuck because I looked at my weapon while too close to that chest. All I could do was try and open the chest. I should check the tip line. Why didn't I check the tip line? Some dude is just hovering over there.
You got shot. Welcome to day one.
Scartine, thank you for the follow. Okay, I'll go down there. Let's see. Oh, howdy, Kramer.
Hi there.
Are you clocked in?
I probably not because I had a headache.
Okay, I just make sure to clock back on after your headaches and all that.
Here we go.
And tell him to come here and I was gonna give him sugar. Cubes, sugar cubes. He wanted sugar cubes. Okay. Kramer, where'd you just come from?
Blackwater.
Was Cash there?
Yes, I talked to him.
Alright, I'm gonna go down there and try and link up with him. You know who your chat is? Yeah, I know who my chat is. Bunch of ridiculous pranksters who like to bully me. Am I wrong? Let's get a rating jam. Come on. No, I want... Hey, cheese pants. We lost internet connection, had to restart the stream. My ISP did me dirty. Oh, not again! Not again! Not again! Die, all of you! Yeah, I have been down by wolves twice today. Twice. Nah, I don't care enough. Hopefully someone out there enjoys the original Criminal Tears canteen. Well, I mean, yeah, no one gets it, just deleted. Yeah, that's what we're being told is next patch. Then people would know to search an area. Very much looking forward to that day. Yeah, no, Kana said it a few times. Yeah, when you're downed after a certain period of time, you'll have an option to have a automatic telegram sent saying that someone might be missing in a general area, like all of tall trees, you know?
Herbs.
Hello.
Howdy.
It looks like Cash just picked me up.
Was the snake
Okay, good to hear.
It wasn't a snake bite. I looked for that too.
Howdy, Mitchell.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Let's head to the station. I'm trying to give the doctor some space here.
Okay. Actually came down trying to speak to you. I've been trying to speak to you for a while, but nothing,
yeah, certainly we
nothing
can do that.
serious. Just
Is this did someone come down? Is that Deputy Dunn?
where?
Next to the doctors over there.
It looks like it is, but he's not wearing a badge if he is.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Don went. I think maybe.
All right. Well, fair enough. Yeah, we'll head down to the station.
Okay.
If I find my horse. Mitchell, do you know who else is about right now?
Benson was about, but there's not many people around. McGregor was earlier, but he might have gone to bed. Don't know if he just clocked off or if he went to bed.
Okay. Well, the cadet was passed along to me. I would hate to have him stand about after he was passed off without anything. So, how long will you be awake? You think? Are you going to sleep soon?
I mean, usually, but I could easily do another hour or so. What?
Okay.
You got something in mind?
No. All right, Maple. I hate to ask of it from you, but do you mind? Saffron here needs to speak.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes, of course,
if you
no
want to
problem.
do something instead, I mean, we can do that.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
want
no.
to.
You take your time.
It's really nothing serious. Okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Maple. Here, Maple.
I
if you
feel
like,
bad now.
You could head on up to Valentine, try to find somebody, or have you already been given our handbook about reports and all that?
I believe I do have it, yes.
Okay. Just making sure, just in case there was a reading material that you would want to at least read through during this downtime here.
Yeah, I'll poke my head through that a bit again.
All right. I appreciate your patience very much.
Of course, no problem, Sheriff.
Thank you. Do you want to talk in here, or do you want to talk like out on the pier or something? Saffron?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was speaking. The pier's fine. It's nothing really serious. I just been meaning.
Hey, that's all right. I mean, yeah, I just want to make sure that, it's comfortable. I
Okay.
prefer the outdoors myself.
Okay. This door drives me insane. Okay. Yeah, I was muted.
So you doing all right, Saffron?
I am. Actually, all I wanted to ask for, and I know that we don't often get opportunities to patrol, but my first month as a deputy, I know I had two separate senior deputies come up to me and ask me if I'd like to try for senior, and that they might consider putting my name forward. And I know no one spoke to me about it last month. So I just wanted to ask you if you had any sort of negative or constructive feedback for me, any areas that you think that I could improve in to increase my potential suitability for such promotions in the future. Just
Certainly.
honestly, because I'm always looking to improve.
Okay. All right. I mean, we do admire ambition. We admire, well, I personally like the way you framed it of, looking to improve. I myself personally, I'm always looking to improve and find mistakes that I make so that I can correct them and not do them again. Now, if you are looking for ways to be promoted, what I would say is the best way to do it is to make everybody like you. Quite frankly, to become a senior deputy, at this point, senior deputies and sheriffs alike all vote on it, and if people like you, they seem to get promoted. So, quite frankly, that is the key to that success, if that is what it is you're trying to do, be promoted. Spend time with people, be kind to people,
Even without
curry their favor.
I'll be honest, even without promotion, just if there's something that is noticed, I'd much rather be told about something, and given the opportunity to improve rather than it become an issue later.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
it does. It does. Let me.
And even promotions aside,
Okay. I understand. Yeah, I was maybe giving that advice to you a little bit tongue in cheek, but at the same time, it does stand true. I just, a matter of popularity to an extent. But
Right.
if you do get someone trusted that is going to speak up for you on your behalf and make your case for you and convince other folks, that is certainly a good tool to have as well. And that comes from doing good work, being a good deputy, and being diligent, I suppose. So in your specific case, you have been nominated. You have had folks vote in your favor, and you've had some folks who've been a little bit more reserved.
Have they stated any of the reasons for why they're reserved? Anything that you can share, even vaguely, just that I can, again, looking for ways to improve.
Yeah, tell me when you became a deputy.
Oh boy, I think I got accepted for the cadet program back in February. So probably mid-February. I think I got my badge about a week after becoming a cadet.
Okay. Yeah, I will say that you did enough work in that first month and a half to already earn yourself attention, and folks were already bringing up your name. Quite fast, I'd say. So you got a good start. Now, February, we're 2 months later now. 2 months still not all that long, but your name come up again. And I think, if I can recall properly, which I may not always recall everything, we do have a lot of discussions, and I will do my best to recall it accurately. There was one person who indicated that there are times it seems as though perhaps listening should be exercised a little bit more. And in that regard, I think that what they were getting at was that perhaps taking the time to listen and hear someone out and respond in a way that is more, I suppose, I don't know. I guess they were looking for more compassion in this regard, or I mean, certainly some folks do prefer there to be strong opinions and everything else. But in this case, the person did indicate that, listening was something that they noticed, in particular when dealing with criminals, I believe, could be slightly improved. So that was a comment I got, and I would be happy to try to find that person and have them explain it better to you than I just did. But
If I could, just because I know I do spend a lot of time talking to people and listening to what they say, I do go out of my way to ask them and speak to them when they're in the cells, try and figure out why they're doing what they're doing and meet them as people, not just a badge, So I'm wondering if it was a specific scenario or what that happened.
yeah, I don't know if I necessarily had them go into specifics. I can't recall there being any, but I don't think it would happen just from one encounter. It sounded like perhaps it could be something they've seen like 2-3 times or so, that it seemed like they were saying that just listening more intently and acknowledging more of what the other person says, and I guess relying on that more so than just I don't know. Yeah, I will try to get them to explain
relying
better.
on. So, okay. I guess I'm not fully understanding. I'm not that I'm saying I'm not listening or willing to take the feedback. I'm just trying to understand it more, I suppose.
Yeah, I again did not provide that piece of feedback, but if I could put it another way, I think it would be. Well, let me think. Try to come up with a better way of representing it. Well, at the very least, it is just listening was what their key was there, of why they thought maybe a little bit more time would be needed. The second thing, which I can remember a little bit more clearly is perhaps that more experience was just needed in terms of experiencing the highs and lows of the department and knowing how to, well, not necessarily knowing, but just dealing with it and learning to live with it, as it is a difficult job and takes a toll on somebody. And I myself took quite a few months before I was promoted to senior deputy, and then about 4 months after that before I was promoted to sheriff. It was a longer process for me, and it definitely molded me and shaped me, and I was definitely not ready for this work when I started it. It was a lot different than I expected, but
I did express that when people approached me my first month as deputy about putting my name forward, that I didn't feel like I was necessarily ready at the time. Now I'm definitely feeling more ready, but again, this is more of not so much looking for why wasn't I promoted this last round, just, you know, how can I keep on moving forward, I suppose.
yeah.
So it's good to know. I figured more experience is something that people are always going to be looking for.
Well, I would say that was probably going to be the main reason why you wouldn't have been promoted is the newness of your position. And
Sure.
I don't know, not everybody can be like me and completely temper their emotional reactions to things, and I'm sure it ain't good for me to do so. But I think that the more experience you get under your belt, the more stability you'll have, which is what a leader needs to have, which is, I guess, well, something that you're already developing. To be honest with you, at this point, next time round, I was already prepared to give you my own nomination. So I think that I've seen a lot from you by way of teaching folks, which is the most important thing to me, is coming around often, taking on cadets often, and being willing to impart wisdom upon them and teaching them effectively.
Aye.
And also just being able to make quick decisions without being overwhelmed, which I think that in most opportunities, you tend to seize them opportunities. As I was telling another deputy the other day, sometimes you have to make your own luck, and I think that you do that. So I think that you have really, truly shined in a lot of ways that, I think makes you a good senior deputy. So while these comments I've made may have just been nonsense to some degree, I do think that you are perhaps ready now, and we'll see if everybody else agrees. I think that, I've seen what I need to see.
Aye.
But, yeah, as for that other deal with the listening being something that could improve, I would probably put whoever that was that said that in contact with you so they can better explain it, because I do think that it could be a critical thing for them.
If they're willing to speak with me, that would be wonderful. I'm open to, again, constructive criticism and stuff like that, because there's nothing more I hate than being blamed for things or overlooked for something that I've never been given the opportunity to recognize and change.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely. But, yeah, I do want you to feel a little bit comfortable in this regard, because I do think that you've done everything that's been asked of you. I think that you've done a great amount of work, and you've done a great job as a deputy. And if I could give you one piece of critical feedback,
Aye.
and you may expect this coming from me, you may anticipate what I'm about to say.
You're going to tell me that I need to take more time off.
A leader needs to know how to manage the balance of their personal life and their work life. And they also need to encourage others to do the same and lead by example in that regard. So that would be my piece of feedback to you, is to ensure that you get a little bit of time to yourself or with a friend or with friends to just be connecting with, other folks in the community, or even just with yourself. If you go off fishing or go riding and finding a nice little quiet spot, maybe you read a book. Or maybe you write down some thoughts or something in a book.
I went off a loan today and I had to get an entirely new kit.
Well, going off alone does have its risks.
I understand it's a lot easier said than done.
Yes, it is, and I know what it's like on the other side of this statement as well.
I've been alone for a very long time, and it hasn't changed too much since I got to the crossing.
How about you send me a telegram and ask me to go with you wherever it is you're going? I wouldn't mind giving you company because I know that you need to take that time to yourself, and I need to take that time to myself because I'm bad at it too. So if you need a companion to go out and, I don't know, play blackjack or go fishing or go hunting, you just let me know.
Hey, but you're busy too. You know, it's just...
I certainly am.
Coiner's been talking about going out to these treasure spots he's got way out in the snow for months. And we still never gotten together and doing it. Because he's got the paper and I've got the badge and everything.
Okay. Even a compromise here. 15 minutes before you put on the badge, go into the saloon, smile at some folks, introduce yourself. I mean, that's what I used to do every day here in Blackwater. I used to go in the saloon, say hello to everybody, have a beer, and then start working.
I tried to start up a routine here in Blackwater because I'm renting out the blue cottage over at the southwest corner of town. I was going to wake up and cook for myself, you know, with like pots and pans and everything instead of just a stick over the fire. And I had a crate with my cooking utensils in it and stuff, and it just kept getting stolen. I'd go to bed, wake up, and it was gone. I just sort of, you know. But, you know, that is what it is, I suppose. Thought it'd be nice to have a hobby, but I'm not allowed.
Apparently not. That's unfortunate. But regardless.
No, I understand
that's just my
what you're
advice to you.
saying. I can't tell you how much I dread standing around in saloons.
We'll think of it as work in a different way, which I realize is defeating the entire purpose of it. But you never know if while you're in there, you may just have a chance conversation with somebody that leads you to meet somebody who's very good at figuring out ways to occupy your time and distract you. And then before you know it, it's been an hour that you're enthralled in conversation at the saloon, and you realize, oh, heck, I should go work now.
Perhaps.
Okay, it's
I guess.
unlikely, but
Most of them are criminals.
most of them are.
And they want you to do criminal things with them because that's their life.
Although there's a lot of folks that have moved here lately that ain't. I mean, there's I can't even remember what they all are, but there's that photographer. I'm sure you met her. There's a reporter for the paper. There's a tailor.
Who's there?
Yeah, I don't know about him.
Terry.
He's an interesting one, a strange
Johnny
character,
Blaze.
but
It's probably very strange.
but regardless, there's more folks around here than before.
No way. Alright,
They
I'll
ain't all
make
criminal.
a concentrated effort. It's just...
Okay.
It's not like I don't try sometimes. I just don't get anywhere. And I think being stuck is what frustrates me more than anything.
Right. Well, all I ask is the effort, you know, and most of that comes from my own time being a deputy, being overwhelmed and overworked, and not knowing how to stop and think and process things that had happened to me or anything that had gone on around me. So this is more so about taking time to just acknowledge everything and yeah,
Aye.
you know, figure out how to move on.
I suppose. Right, well, I appreciate you being open with me. That means a lot.
Of course, yeah. No, I wish I could be more helpful. I will do my best to do some
No,
asking
it's-
around and get you better feedback.
It's very helpful. I mean, even knowing the positive things as I suppose it's encouraging it in itself, so it's better than hearing nothing. I think sometimes I have a hard time crossing paths with some of the sheriffs and seniors, especially the times when I'm stuck working later shifts, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
A lot of time with newer deputies though, because there's a lot of new ones who work the late shifts now too, which is amazing.
Yeah, finally.
Finally.
Jesus, I'm so pleased with that.
That poor cadet now though. I'm sorry. Sorry for keeping him.
It's all right. Are you going to go off to sleep then?
No, I can stay for a wee bit longer. Kyla
Okay.
Lane, I don't know kind of if you read any of the reports. Kyla Lane is on the lam again. We had her in custody. Sinclair came up, took McGregor hostage, and I had to make the call to let Sinclair break her out. We put Sinclair in Sisika once she rode off.
It was just Sinclair or Dubois as well?
Dubois was also in custody with Kyla. Dubois wants this on the hush, but he didn't want to be taken. Dubois claims he's trying not to do any more violence. And then afterwards, when he was released, he gave me back my stolen guns. So we'll see where that goes. But seems maybe watching some people get tortured and then nearly dying might have had a wee bit of effect on him. We'll see though. He thinks that he's going to be sucked back into everything with Kyla and driving though.
I don't know what to make of that.
Aye.
That fella was going to such great lengths to try to help her in the smallest of deals.
Aye. But
Oh,
as noted,
howdy, Charlie.
he's not the one who was as extremely violent as Sinclair was.
Yeah.
You
that's
feeling any
fair.
better, Shirley?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you still sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell. Yeah, anything that you need help with? Anything you want us to give you a hand with?
No, it's it's just a coughing.
Thank you.
Just a cough, all right.
There's nothing really bad. I got good news, and it's not what I thought it was at first. So it's that's an improvement already.
Sheriff, I could, what's her name? Lark?
Mm-hmm.
She told me about.
Sorry.
She told me about fella Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently his neck was broken. That's what she said. He's alive, but they're gonna have to get surgeons to come out here, local surgeons. She wants. She'd like it if some of us would watch,
Wait, who?
watch over him.
Wait, who?
Teddy.
Teddy,
Tedrick.
he went missing apparently around 10 p.m. Do we know what happened to him?
You
No,
mean?
that's
Wait, what? Who are we talking about? Tedrick?
Tedrick,
yes.
aye, the doctor.
Okay.
I don't really know. That's all she told me, is that his neck was broken and that she would like us to keep watch over the doctors because they're not used to coming out here, just in case somebody tries to take advantage of them, whatever.
She's
Okay.
concerned about Lane being out. I don't blame her.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go stand over that way then instead of over here.
Yeah, I've been walking around just keeping watch, but I'll go over there anyway. So
All right. Thank you.
yeah, of course. Oh shit! I actually need to get my badge on and everything, just in case.
I want to have Pip's telegram number.
Pip.
Aye, you know
I don't
the
know who Pip is.
Kettleman crony.
I don't believe I do.
See if tell me where he put my horse. He stole my
Wait,
horse.
did you have
today.
your horse stolen too?
Aye.
Well, probably tumbleweed again, huh?
Maybe, but him and Alice didn't seem to go down that way unless I did at the end of the day, but they ditched my horse somewhere out here. I know, isn't this horse pretty? I love it. Wright and I were going out towards a craze, and looked and saw someone kind of run out and throw themselves in the middle of the road, and another person diving in the bushes. And Wright says, "Oh, look, someone's hurt up there." And I said, "Nope, someone's laying in the road and there's someone else hiding in the bushes ready to hold us up." I went up there and it's Pip in the road and Alice waiting to try and rob us. Tried to hold them back up.
No kidding.
Pip ended up ripping me off my horse and stealing him. And we weren't able to chase him down.
Jesus. It's a second group I've heard about in 2 days trying to do that.
Huh.
We may just right around this area a little bit.
Sure.
You have anything you can think of you want to run the cadet through?
Boy. I mean...
Everything okay?
We're just, here for all of you.
Yeah, we're okay. The local surgeons from St. Denis will probably be in soon. I was just hoping that, as y'all come in and out, you can just glance at the office and make sure nobody's bugging them.
Nothing's going on at the moment, so we can be here for now. Not.
Okay. Alright. It's gonna be a long night.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you need. You don't need to hesitate or be afraid to come ask.
Aye.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're gonna be riding around. I'm sticking around town for as long as I'll be awake. We may run this cadet through a couple training exercises nearby, either here in town or just up the hill over there, and we'll keep riding by and checking in.
Okay. All right. After we kind of hand over, I think I'll be doing one last office check for the evening, and then maybe heading in myself.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Right, of course.
Sure.
Well, depends on what he's gone through. Everyone always talks about formations, but that's the easy stuff. Cadet Maple, have you gone over stuff like negotiation tactics, or at least bank robbery procedures, that sort of stuff?
I do not believe I have yet, no.
Well, that's probably a good place to start, or at least it can be discussed if we're not acting out a scenario.
You certainly don't need to wait for my blessing on anything.
All right.
I'm here to help.
Okay. I just don't want to disturb people here too much, so we can just talk about theory right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have you witnessed any bank robberies?
No. I do not think I have yet, no.
Okay. Well, usually the first person who arrives tends to take up the role as negotiator. This can change if a deputy who's got, a senior deputy or a sheriff arrives on the scene and they want to take over, or the deputy who arrived initially isn't comfortable handling the negotiation, it can be passed off. But that person usually chooses a second, and that second, their job is to usually go and make sure the town's cleared out for martial law, and to coordinate with the other deputies to prepare for a chase or whatever else might be facing the town during the event of the bank robbery. Because usually everyone involved is inside, but they might not be. They could be somewhere else in town. I've never seen a bank robbery without a hostage, so that is usually what you're placing as priority, is that the hostage doesn't get harmed. Because they're doing property damage, and they're taking money, but it's lives,
Understood.
You got shot. Welcome to day 1.
So you want to make sure that you're standing somewhere relatively safe. If you've got the option to take cover, try and do so. That's not always possible for the negotiator because you've got to be heard, and sometimes it can be very difficult to be heard through the doors and the bank walls and all that, and you've got to get closer than other people. But you want to think de-escalation, eh? Some of these people can get very aggressive. They'll be shouting, they'll be screaming, they'll be threatening the hostages' lives. Your job in that scenario is to try and remain calm, cool and collected, and find out what they need to... Basically what needs to be done for them to leave without harming the hostage. Usually, most bank robberies go pretty straightforward. They'll demand some sort of safe passage or something like that. I personally, I'll tell them we won't pursue you we won't be shooting in town. We won't be shooting in town, but we will be pursuing, and that's something that we have to do. You know, it's part of our jobs. They sometimes make demands. You are in control of what gets permitted for demands. There are some things that are considered reasonable, things that are not. Sometimes they want food. That's usually fine. Sometimes they want a wagon. If you're not sure, you can check with other deputies around you. But generally speaking, you'll make sure that they do not go anywhere with that hostage. You make it very clear that they are to leave the hostage outside the bank or inside the bank. Usually outside because you want to be able to see them and ensure their safety.
Right.
And generally speaking, once they have distanced themselves from the hostage, there are no more guns on the hostage, deputies are free to pursue. But you won't be communicating with your second, determining exactly what actions you're going to be taking. You know, if you know they're taking wagons, perhaps you can get another wagon ready for pursuit. Perhaps you can have other deputies get wagons out to blockade certain areas in town you think that they might be going through. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do.
Right, okay.
I probably didn't cover everything, but is there any questions you have about particular scenarios or stuff that might happen?
Well, wouldn't, if, for example, someone requests free passage, wouldn't blockading the road not be free passage? Or safe passage, I suppose?
Safe passage. I mean,
Or
I
is that
tend
just
to
so
be...
bad? Is that them asking us not to shoot them?
Usually they're asking not to shoot. But here's the thing, you don't need to tell them everything that's going on outside the bank.
Right.
I strongly advise that you don't lie to them.
I think that's Kramer. I'm gonna go see him.
If there's one thing I can tell you never to do with a criminal is to lie to them if you can help it. Because they are going to take things that you admit and they're going to tell you that you're lying. And all it's going to do is distance any sort of connection or trust that you might have had with them.
Right.
You know, I don't think it's not illegal for us to lie, as far as I know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Sheriff. I just think, generally speaking, it's bad for them, and it's not going to get you very far once they realise that they've been lied to. Could even get people hurt.
Makes sense.
But if I were having roads blockaded in any way, I would communicate that to my second, and I would do it quietly so that the bank robbers don't hear what I'm saying.
Right, of course.
And I would ask them to make sure that anything happening out there is done surreptitiously so that they kind of hear it from inside. All right. And I mean, that is mainly when I'm the one who's actually, I think I've only done it once, but my main goal is making sure that hostage is safe, and then I don't want a gunfight in the middle of town. I really would rather not have to get into a gunfight over the money in the bank in the first place, but truth is, when you chase them down, they often turn around and they start shooting you eventually.
And then we return fire.
Aye.
Okay. Are there any circumstances where we would fire first?
Aye, there is. If the person who is fleeing is extremely wanted and dangerous, and you know that they're a violent criminal, that is when I would tend to start taking shots after providing them with warnings and stuff. There's a lot of criminals who like to say that we can't shoot first, and that's not true. It's so we try not to. We try and de-escalate. De-escalation as, you know, the main goal with a lot of things, but we absolutely do and can shoot first, and you'll probably often find yourself sort of doing an internal battle as to when that is the correct action to be taken. But I'd say that, generally speaking, you know, there's a bank robbery. Lots of times, you've been doing this for a while, you know who it is. You know that you'll catch them eventually. Is the money that they're taking from that bank worth their lives? Because every time you shoot someone, you're risking killing them.
Of course.
But if gunshots start going off, the chances are gunfire is going to be returned. So you best be ready. Right. Because in that point, it's protecting your life, the lives of civilians and your fellow deputies.
Makes sense, yep.
Oh, and something I didn't mention, for the negotiator, occasionally, if more deputies show up for the bank job, 6 will go in pursuit while the negotiator stays behind. But usually the negotiator stays behind and they go and they check and make sure the hostage is okay. And they also go inside the bank and they check for any evidence that might have been left behind and lock up the doors afterwards. And then probably get started on the incident report regarding the bank robbery and taking the hostage's statement.
That makes sense. I figured that the negotiator would be on hostage duty.
And if it hasn't been done yet, the negotiator can also go and call for alert medical. Say there's pursuit going on after a bank robbery. That's also something though that you could tell your second to go do, as make sure that medical's alerted that there's a situation that might be occurring in the town that you're in.
I'm just thinking that all of us looking in on the doctors here might be
a little bit strange,
intimidating or something. Maybe let's move up this way.
Let me just turn around.
Sorry, I was absorbed in conversation.
Yeah, I just realized now.
Worried about intimidating the doctors by staring at them like that?
I'm thinking we could maybe run through using that sort of construction building right there.
For a scenario?
Yeah, pretend that's a bank. Let's see if the cadet can walk us through everything in a demonstration.
Aye. We can do that. Maybe we want someone playing hostage negotiator or stuff like that, or just have him walk it through.
We could do a little both.
Sure.
Does everybody here want to be involved in helping with this scenario?
Yeah, sure, why
Sure,
not?
whatever you need.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I will. Let's see. Let's have Kramer here be the bank robber.
Damn right.
And I'll be the hostage.
Perfect.
And Cadet, you walk through. You have Dunn and Saffron with you to be your helpers. You walk through how you're going to get set up and how you want everything to go.
All right. Am I on negotiation then?
You'll work through that with your team here.
Okay.
Whatever you say. Come on, Kramer.
I think one of the other deputies just came back from there and they would have checked it.
For itself, if that's the case, you
Okay. Lord have mercy.
Oh boy. Aye, this is often an issue over here. You might have to...
Oh, okay.
Oh. Come on, sir. Let me help you find the door, maybe. Well, or you if you want, you could play as an extra hostage.
He's just probably in... You know, he could be a teller.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, Den would have said something. That's what I thought. Is it raining again?
It's always raining. Feels like it's always raining.
Sometimes I
think every bank robbery is gonna start raining now.
mood. Sets the mood.
Yeah.
Who wants to be second?
How about you go ahead and decide who you want to be second?
Ah, hell. Copy. Try to cop out of that one. Saffron, you can be my second.
Okay. But no, I think we'll wait till they tell us that the bank's been robbed. And then, see, this is Cash's plan. He gets me inside there where it's at least dry.
Dry.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sheriff privilege right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite alright. I don't.
Yeah. Hello, sir. How you
Howdy
doing?
out there.
Oh, he's talking to us.
Hi there.
I'm sorry. Do you need time? Or should we?
Me? No, I'm ready.
Hey fellas, could you just vacate the area? Aye, we're
Yeah, get out of
conducting
here.
this scenario. Thank you.
Sure, you know, you need help.
Oh! Ow!
Oh,
Oh lord.
You
Okay.
know,
Wow. Okay.
he got really aggressive.
Wow.
you did.
No, so we're having a, just.
Skedaddle.
I can't hear anything if people are starting stuff.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, we're not.
No idea. Should I stand like in cover when talking to him?
I mean, there's not really.
Not really
Well,
cover
like I
yet.
said, like I
know.
said, right? It's good if you can try and get into cover, but there's not always going to be that option, and you're going to have to try and be where you can hear and communicate with the people inside the bank.
Right.
So that is sort of negotiators on the front line. If they want to poke their head out the door and shoot you, they probably could, and that is just the unfortunate truth of the matter. Like if you look at that Blackwater Bank.
I'm so sorry. Not at all. What I was
Yeah.
aiming for.
Sorry, what's going on?
They're fooling.
I'm beating the shit out of the hostage, scumbags.
Wait, did you say it started?
think
It's
it's been
always
started.
started.
Okay.
We're
It's
always
always-
thing. Fuck all you scum.
All right. Hi, what's going on in there?
What do you think's going on?
That was so nice.
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
I'm making a deposit. Now
Making
why
a
don't you go back
deposit?
to the office and just wait till I'm done, alright?
Oh, that's
Take
not
all
really
your
gonna
friends
happen
with
there,
you.
fella. That's
How
not
many
gonna
of you
happen.
got out there?
I got enough out here.
Alright, what I want you to do is I want you to take them and I want you to go around that building and wait for me to be done. I'll scream.
Well, we've just only started
I got a
talking now.
hostage
I
in
don't
here,
even know
mister.
what you
Time's
got in
ticking.
there now. You got a hostage in there,
Mister,
all right?
you say no, I will shoot him.
I ain't said no now yet. Can I just get confirmation that there's a hostage in there? Can he talk?
There's a
Say something
hostage
to
in
me?
here. I have a gun to his head.
All right. Well, can he talk? Make sure he's alive.
Howdy, cadet.
All right. Wonderful. What's your name, hostage?
I'm kind of afraid, but I am a sheriff, so I shouldn't be. But you should know me. My name is Sheriff Cash.
All right, Sheriff Cash. Well, don't you worry. We're gonna get you out of there, no problem. All right.
Okay, I'm not doing so good. I'm real afraid that he's gonna shoot me at any second. So do exactly
All right. Well, just
as
take
he
some
says.
breaths. It's gonna be okay. All right, fella. How many people you got in there with you?
I got 6 people in here.
All right. You got 6 people in there. Deputy Saffron, can you make sure the town's on martial law?
Aye, of course.
Howdy.
All right.
Hey.
You got 6 people in there.
We're having a bank robbery, so martial
When are
law
you
in
gonna
this
be
area.
asking
Get
me to
out.
Get that hostage out here alive.
Mister, after you
What?
get through with your mate there,
Nothing.
can martial law in this area? Thank you.
You're fine. We're just having a training
Yeah,
drill.
yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
When here's 6 of people and look inside to see one.
Alright, what I
just
want you to
come
do
use fire.
now is bring out all of your friends out in front of this building right here. Make sure they're out all in front of them. I want to see
Well,
them all.
I got all my officers doing their jobs right now.
Are you lying to me? If you're lying to me, I'm going to shoot him right now. I will
I
kill
never said
him.
lie. I told you I have them doing their jobs.
So you're telling me that's not a deputy I see over there?
there's a deputy to my left, and there's another deputy walking around town right now, locking it down.
Well, you better bring them back over there. I want to see them all at all times, right now.
Alright, well, when she's done doing her job, she's gonna come right back here.
She doesn't come right back there. I'm just.
Well, you see, I have a problem in here, mister.
What's that problem?
I can't finish what I'm doing unless you get me chocolate chip cookie dough from Saint Denis. I need you to go right now. I need you to take your friends. I need you to go there right now.
Alright, well,
You need to come back and give me chocolate chip cookie dough.
now we can maybe get some chocolate chip cookie.
I need it
from
right
the
now in the
general
next
store
5
here
minutes.
In Blackwater.
Nope,
Now, Saint
from
Denis is a bit of a far
Saint-Denis.
trip. That's a bit of a far trip. I don't think I can do that one for you.
You don't think you can do? I'm gonna kill this hostage.
You know, you're gonna take a life over some chocolate chip cookie dough?
I'm gonna take a life over some chocolate chip cookie dough right now.
He needs it. Please give him anything he asks for.
Alright.
I'm so afraid.
Just give me a moment to speak with the other officers here.
You have 30 seconds.
Just head out of town and make it look like you're going to get the cookie dough, but keep it around
Okay,
town, yeah?
alright. Also, remember, you can totally ask people for advice when you're in the middle of something like this for real. And there's stuff
Yeah,
that
that's what
is.
I'm doing.
I know, no. And there's stuff that is unreasonable. Also, avoid lying. And
Yeah, of course.
remind him that the hostage is his only way out of there without being shot. As soon as the
Of
hostage
course.
is harmed in any way, and you should remind him this, if the hostage is harmed in any way, then his ticket out there is gone. We will
Understood.
breach if that his hostage is harmed, eh?
Alright, got it. Alright, fella. Now, you ain't never gave me something to call you by, but if you can give me something like that, I sent
Scruggs.
off... Scruggs, alright, Scruggs. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cadet Sean Maple. I just sent off a deputy over to Saint Denis to go and to head out of town and go see about getting that chocolate chip cookie dough. Now, don't forget, I really hope you don't hurt that hostage, because that hostage is the only way you're getting out of there without us coming in there and
Let's
going
talk
full
about
lead.
that. I'm gonna need some things in order for you to ensure this hostage safety. All right? Do you have
Alright.
a pen and paper? You got a list? I have a list. Demands. You ready for them?
Alright, well, let's hear
I
it.
don't care if you're ready. I want
I don't care
16
if you're ready.
diamonds.
He's so
They better
good.
be cut. I ain't taking no raw bullshit. All right, you got that. And then I need 2 wagons, both armored. They better be marked with Saints Cross and Sheriff's Department because, after all, I am the new sheriff in town. All right, you got that. And I need it in the next 10 minutes. Time is ticking. You better get moving.
So, 16 cut diamonds and 2 Saints Crossing Sheriff
Mhm.
armored wagons.
Get moving.
That's your
Don't
request.
repeat it.
Now, alright. Give me a moment then.
While you're doing that, you might as well bring all your horses up here because I'm gonna need them, all of them. I want all 3 of your horses. I want to see them right there because I'm gonna use them, all of them.
So he wants the wagon and the horses.
He wants the wagons and the horses, but so he's gonna use the horses. He just said he's gonna use the horses.
So he's
He's just wasting time.
it's
How's it
ridiculous.
going out there?
It's
I'm getting
taming
real
fence.
antsy.
You can offer him.
Yeah, he gave me
one,
10 minutes now.
You can offer him one. You can offer him one wagon so that you
Well,
can't do 2. Yeah, you can
Complications
offer
in
him
here.
one
now
wagon.
you have 3 minutes.
This is realistic.
This is pretty realistic. And also,
I was gonna give him 3. I was gonna give him one
honestly, what I tend to do if I'm faced with someone saying, get all your deputies out here in front, or get all your horses out in front, and say, no, I can't do that for everyone's safety, but I can rest assure you, if they're concerned about something, you just try and calm those fears. But you do offer, you can offer, say, I can get you one wagon, but my deputies need their horses to do their job, so they're going to be using their own horses. If you have your own horse in town, we can get that one for you. So let us know where it is and we'll get it for you. Something like that.
Sounds good. Alright. So I can get you one of those wagons. For sure. I'll get you one of those
I'm
wagons.
gonna need
but,
2 of them.
I can get you one of them.
I'm gonna need 2 of them.
I'm gonna be able to get you one of them. I can't get
Alright,
you 2
fuck
of
it.
them.
Fine, 1.
Alright, and I can't have my deputies bring out the horses for you to take. I'm gonna need them to have that on their
Alright,
own. but
I got
can't have
a
them come
counter
out of
offer
here.
then. I want you to tell your deputies to come over by you, and I want you to handcuff them.
I can't do
Yes,
that
you
for their
can.
own safety,
Yes,
sir.
you can. For
No,
their safety, I need you to handcuff them.
That won't be for their safety. They'll put them out
I'm
in
gonna
the
shoot
open
this
in a
damn
line of
hostage then
danger.
if you don't handcuff them.
Hey, don't. If you shoot that hostage, you're going down in a blaze of
I'm
glory.
gonna shoot this
You're not
fucking
walking-
hostage
you're
if you
not
don't
walking out
handcuff
of
them
that
right
bank
now.
alive.
I'm gonna shoot this hostage if you don't handcuff
I
them.
really suggest you do not shoot that hostage, sir.
Or what? Or else what? You better handcuff your boys right now. Deputy, you fucking do this or I'm gonna shoot him right now. This is your sheriff. Do you not care about him? He's about to die. He's about to die if you don't handcuff.
You know, we really should do this Kobayashi Maru style.
Handcuff them all, but then they just get lined up and put down by you.
All right, that's fine. I got a better idea. How about you give me your guns? Come over here, drop them on the floor, and I'm gonna take them. Right here. Just drop them right here on the floor. You drop them right there and you step back.
Put themselves in a very dangerous position. I cannot put them in that position, sir.
Well, you leave me no choice. I'm killing this hostage.
Bang! Yeah.
Wagon coming. Oh,
All right. No, he shot the hostage. Okay, in that case, you get your deputies together and you prepare to breach to shoot him when he comes out because he can't stay in there forever.
That's a very good question. What would you do in that situation? The
Well,
hostage is now dead. What do you do?
We get everyone together to breach the bank, and he ain't
Or
walking out of there
wait
alive.
for him to come out because he can't be in there forever. Aye.
Yeah, and I will say that me being shot there is not a failure on your part.
Nope.
You did everything just fine. The earlier you establish that the hostages are only ticket out of there, the less likely that they will be belligerent with their demands. But yeah, assuming that you need to breach, or there is a group of 6 or 1 even inside this building here, how do you go about figuring out your next move? Just walk me through what you do next.
Well, if we're outnumbered, from what he says, I mean, all we know he's lying to us, but it would not be a bright idea to breach into a building with 6 individuals because they could easily just be watching that door and put us down as soon as we get in. They're gonna have to come out eventually, like Mitchell said herself, and so we'll probably just wait out here for him. Now, if it's one fella holding out in there, we'll probably wait him out a little bit, but if he's gonna sit in there for a long ass time and cause such a disturbance for the town, then probably organize some sort of breaching strategy and get in there and get him out.
I'd have you been
Preferably in a
taught
body bag.
any breaching strategy at all?
You know, I
have not
think
yet.
I've even actually been taught any breaching strategy.
Really?
No. That's nothing. I mean, we've had situations. I've been involved in pretty intense situations, but I've never actually faced it. Other than.
What about you, Dunn? You did breaching training out at Big Valley, didn't you?
Nope.
You never done no breaching?
Oh no.
Breaching.
Okay, we
Only one here that
sort
has?
of did. No. Okay, we did. We did have some. It wasn't like a bank robbery. It was like with 2 people inside. And accidentally jumped through a window. That was not good.
All right. Well, let's see if we can't have Kramer here teach it to Deputy Dunn and Cadet Maple. Assuming it's the 3 of you, right? All right. So Kramer, you're on lead. You got Maple and Dunn with you. Teach them how to go through and breach this building.
All right, fellas. When you're thinking about breaching, there's really 2 things that you want to think about. Your weak spots are your corners in the building, and you want to think about the exit points. So in this particular building, since there's only 1 entry and exit point, it's a little bit easier, but also more dangerous when you're going in there to breach. Okay? So if you're going in there with, say, a full team, we're going to say that's 4 people. The way I like to do it particularly is stack up on if there is a side that is least susceptible to get shot, meaning that there's only 1 corner over there, that's the side you would all line up on. But in this case, since it's pretty even, I would go line up 2 on each side, and when you go in, first person takes the nearest corner and you kind of switch off after that. So if I'm going to give you an example, if I was lined up here and I had someone else over there, you would communicate who's going right and left.
Correct.
Since I'm standing over here, I have a real good visual on that corner, right? So since I'm lined up here, I'll check that corner, and that'll be the first thing I look at when I go in there. And after that, I'll immediately scan to the other corner, and the other guy will do the exact opposite right after. And that minimizes your chance of getting shot. Yes, there's still a chance, but we're trying to do everything we can to not. Is there any questions? I said that very simply.
It's pretty self-explanatory. So
Yeah, check the corner in, and you just alternate. So left, right, basically, as you go through.
Communication is key when breaching. If you don't have communication, it's a failed job already, honestly.
I sort of like I was saying out here, you know, when you're doing a bank job you're not alone. You've got the other deputies. Even if you're negotiating, it's completely acceptable to ask for second opinions or for just what others think that should be done in any situation.
All right. Not sure if you guys wanted to go through the act of pretending to clear it or not, but that can't think of anything else. Sheriff, did you have anything else that I was missing?
No. Who taught you that?
A lot of that I've picked up from home. I complained.
Check
to
Christensen
that I didn't know how to breach, and I'm blanking on who actually
modern day
taught me.
military breaching tactics.
It's a damn good question. I'll figure it out.
That
for
might
you.
be why Cash is asking
Fair
that.
enough. I'm just curious. Yeah, no, it's you covered it even probably more thorough than I was taught.
Oh, don't make me blush now.
Are you blushing?
I mean, see, most of my experience with breaching ends up being, you know, entering a building that we don't know whether or not someone's actually inside. So we're usually outside shouting, Saints Crossing Sheriff Department, is there anyone inside? And then giving orders, like, if there's anyone inside, please make yourself known. And I'm coming inside. If there's a weapon in your hands, you will be shot. Stuff like that. And then beginning to go in, and you're checking your corners, you're communicating with the other people who are breaching. Oftentimes breaching multiple sides of the building at the same time. And yes, I've found 2 people inside buildings when I've been trying to go inside of them. One, he was hiding in there and silent. I got his friends to step out, but they were trying to hide him in the back room because he was wanted. And I happened to spot him before I walked into that back room. He was leaning against the wall. But that could have been a very messy situation if I did not carefully clear it as I was entering. And another one, we had a bank robbery, and one of the people fled into a burned out schoolhouse on the other side of the river. And again, I got against the wall and I peered and I saw her hide in the corner, and I let her know very clearly that I saw her and that she was surrounded, and got her to come out with her hands up as well.
Yeah, so it'd be a matter of like, all right, bud, well, I'm coming in there. I got a gun in your hand. We're putting you down, sort of thing, right?
Right, but in the scenario here, we've got, 6 people inside the bank? And they've shot the hostage. Hostage still could be alive. So we probably can't wait all day to siege them out, because we need to get that hostage medical care.
Yeah, so we'd have to push in and get that hostage out. And
so pushing in.
Treated right away.
We'd want to take advantage of windows, you know, if you can shoot through the windows. That's good, generally speaking. During the daytime, it's hard to see inside of a building. But at nighttime, it's easier if they've got light on inside. On the daytime, the glare, you can't see inside. Even if there is windows. So if you can take advantage of that, do so.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd necessarily just be like, hey, I'm coming in there, and then walk through the front door, because that's a, good way to get shot.
No,
well, I mean, in other situations, I suppose, where, like, after they've already gone out, like Deputy Mitchell was saying, that, like, afterwards clearing the bank after the situation, right?
There's also a good chance, if they, as a scenario where they have gone and decided to shoot the hostage like that, which I haven't seen it yet, but doesn't mean that it can't happen. And in your case, the person doing negotiations inside was being very unreasonable, and you didn't do anything wrong there.
Just a bit.
You didn't do anything wrong there. They were determined to be unreasonable. They're probably going to shoot that hostage and then probably be coming flooding out with their friends to shoot you while you're surprised and in shock by that in the first place. If they don't,
I kind of seen that one coming.
If they don't, that's when you're gonna have to be figuring out how you're gonna try and. Mm-hmm. And it's makes sense. When people are locked up inside something, it's very hard to, because they can take up the defensive inside,
Yeah,
If
exactly.
it's one door.
Kind of going into a cage with a wild animal.
Aye.
Yeah, we don't want none of that.
Have you ever been in a situation, Sheriff Cash, where you've had to breach, say, the bank here in town?
No, I don't believe we've ever breached a bank. There was one time, very early on, I'd say maybe my first or second week as a deputy, where someone robbed the Blackwater Bank, and I believe we were talking about trying to breach or something, but before we got a plan in motion, they all just run outside. So that's the closest I've ever been to breaching a bank. Quite frankly, I don't know if I've ever breached any building.
And I was, of course, a part of a situation where we had a group of criminals flee into a building down in Rhodes. And one was wanted, and they were determined to make a stand, and the sheriff there made the call that we were going to try and get them out. The sheriff got shot down very quickly, and one of our deputies got shot down, and I was prevented from going out and getting him cared for quite some time while the shootout continued.
Oh, man.
By the end of it, one of our deputies was dead. The sheriff was downed. At least one or two of us, I think, were wounded aside from that. And we had to let them walk away. Because there was no getting them out of that building in that time frame.
That must have been a tough call.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, very dangerous prospects, which is why it's good to have people on the same page, and I'm very glad Kramer pointed out communication is an important aspect of it as well. Yeah, I'd say that I have
think he
cleared
was inside
and breached at Fort
that
Mercer,
scenario.
but aside from that, I've never been in any close quarters type building breaching.
What, poor kitty? What are we talking about? What kitty?
Quite the nerve-wracking endeavor and dangerous circumstances indeed.
Yeah, here's to not having to do it.
I was very fortunate where it came to Fort Mercer, because I was one of the last groups to breach, and there was only one of the Lobos standing on the inside. Or, no, there was two. But we moved in, keeping cover on each other's backs, communicated to each other constantly, so that we could take down who was attacking us. I'm gonna run and check the tip line, just because it has been a while.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone feel like someone might be dying? Well, I hope not.
That was some fun training.
Pretty much just WildRP watchers yelling at each other? Oh yeah, you guys can yell at each other, that's fine. As long as you're being nice. Well, at least, I don't know. People like to bully each other and fun too, so that's okay too. As long as you're all on the same page. Yeah, maybe nice wasn't the right word for it, but you know. Yeah, and Kobayashi Maru, that's like this training scenario in Star Trek that's like, it's supposed to be unwinnable, like you can't win, and is what it's supposed to be. It's learning how to deal with the unwinnable scenario. Gunshots just outside of Rhodes. Man needs a doctor, Dubois. To know what happened to him, there's a fella bleeding out pretty bad at the sheriff's office in Saint Denis. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to get blamed for whatever happened to him. Then I'm wandering the city.
I'm negotiating, I say,
Okay, sorry. It's been red, so I don't know what's going on. But apparently, someone has been shot in Saint Denis and is bleeding out at the sheriff's office. I got that.
I'll come
as
with
a
you.
telegram from Dubois, and someone else reports 6 plus gunshots right outside the road. So I'm not sure what's going on.
all right.
I'm sorry,
fair
my
enough.
horse. God damn it.
Okay. I can take one and I suppose go down to Saint Denis and try and see. Can someone telegram for? I mean, I know medical's here. Are they still here?
Look, I'm fairly tired. I may speak with the doctors and see if I can escort one to the hurt person and then maybe lay my head down if y'all want to try to.
Sure, we can rush
both
down
really
there.
matter here.
I can try and stabilize if there's multiple. Okay.
Parker rode off earlier.
Yeah, if y'all are going to respond to the shots in Rhodes and Saint Denis, obviously, go ahead and go right ahead, and I'll bring a doctor behind.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Should the cadet go with sheriff or should we drag him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck it,
I
we
suppose
can
he's
just tell him to
coming.
wait at the sheriff's station.
There's no reason the cadet can't come.
Yeah, it's not dangerous.
Even
I
if
don't
it
know
was
what I'm
dangerous, he could come along. He just can't engage.
I got told to wait at the damn sheriff's station so many times. Tons of bitches. Sorry.
Alright, I'm clearly resting horses.
Oh yeah, they're much needed.
Sorry, we're going down. Sorry.
Down.
Let me know when your horses are starting to recover. Going off road.
Off road.
John, how's your horse doing back there?
My horse is ready to go. Can we start running again?
Yeah, go for
All right.
Yeah, we can pick it up.
Speed up.
Pick it up.
You want me to speak with my Australian accent when I'm not really speaking the chat? That's fine. I mean, we can make it work. Well, I'm gonna go back to Scottish at a moment's notice. I'm glad that you guys like Saffron.
Alright.
Slowing.
Blowing.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, his horse is just tired.
Oh, all right. Sorry?
If I had enough money, I would buy a different horse. I'm not a big fan of the foxtrot.
I've seen people not doing too well with the foxtrotters. Well, I think I had this conversation with you.
Your $500 Mustang is outbeating my $1,000 foxtrotter, and it's pissing me off. And I definitely don't know how to, you know, ride a horse, but still.
Mustang has some of the best endurance you can get. On a horse.
That's so. I need one with really, really good endurance, because I am shite.
I feel bad for leaving the cadet behind.
Ah, yeah. So he'll be fine. He'll send a telegram. I had to do it so many times.
He's got a terrible horse. Alright, I'm picking it up again.
Awful.
Loving you and Orcish are together. You guys get stuff done.
Great. Are we stopping in roads? Are we going straight through?
Well, I want to go to Saint Denis. It'd be nice to have one
so
person going with me.
I'll come with you. All
Okay.
right.
Looks quiet here.
Mitchell, if you hear me, my horse is about to give out.
Oh, really? Okay. What have you done to that horse? Alright, I'm gonna rush to the sheriff's office.
Okay, I'll meet you at the sheriff's office.
Love that horse. What do I need to do to get that one, or is it just in this version of the game? No, it's available in RDO online. It's not going to be available in single player. But if you online, I think it just is one of the Mustangs you can purchase. You probably have to be in a certain role, though. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been on. Hello? Is there anyone here? Brennan Sinclair, Kyla could be near. Okay. Alright, apparently Benson was here. He didn't see anything. Let's go towards the doctor's office. He ran into Sinclair down here, which is a fella who held up McGregor and got Kyla out of prison.
Did he not go to Sisika?
He did go to Sisika, but unfortunately Sisika doesn't hold people forever.
It's fair.
No.
Use my perception at times, little fuck.
Anyone inside the doctor's office? Wondering where Benson is. Hang on. He might not be around anymore. Hey, Tyne. Okay. So right around here, and then we can head back towards Rhodes. We might have missed everything.
Yeah. Oh well. You win some, you lose some.
I'm more concerned about making sure people are safe. Chestnut Tavero Mustang, $500 from the stables. No roll required. Oh yeah, that's great then. That's cheap too.
Speaking of Benson, why does he have his gun out?
Benson, what's going on here? Is everything okay?
Everything's okay. I just had my gun out while I was alone talking with
Oh, perfectly
Mr.
reasonable.
Sinclair
Okay.
here. Yeah, that's just how it's got to be, unfortunately.
You know, I'm feeling very threatened
Yeah, I
right
did.
now. Maybe I should get mine out.
We were wondering whose friends would
If
get
you're
here first.
gonna take your gun out, then you're gonna get shot, Sinclair. If you're making threats, you're gonna go back to Sisika.
I ain't gonna shoot nobody. You're saying that I feel really threatened right now.
Alright, well, feeling threatened by deputies and then pulling out your weapon is brandishing and is a charge that you will get charged for.
Guess we're getting a gun out.
Aye.
His friends were coming here, but then I believe he's just sending telegrams now to tell them not to come.
Most likely, aye.
Let's hope they don't check him.
Oh my goodness, it's late.
Well, maybe we can all be here and have a little party.
Told him he should listen to Dubois. He seems to be the wise one. Doesn't want to be a violent man anymore.
Why are you telling him that? Benson, what?
Have Kyla come in and just do her time. Start anew. What am I talking about? I'm wasting my time.
No. You are wasting your time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Where's McGregor? Is he still around?
Why do you want to know?
You know, just want to spend some time with him. We want to spend some time with him. Seems like a real nice guy. Good for conversation. Right?
Would you get a little turned on when you were holding them ever so tightly?
Oh my goodness. I want to arrest him for criminal threats,
Yeah,
but
his cologne seemed really nice.
McGregor's told me to arrest him for stuff like that before. Grouch knows how to play a villain.
Well, this is fun.
Anyway, I figured they gotta be near.
No, she's probably lurking around. That's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Doodles, sunshine.
I mean, the one anon came from Dubois about a bloody man at the sheriff's office, but when I got here, I didn't find anything.
We just rode from Blackwater based off that.
Yeah, I've been here for a while. I didn't find anything. Then I ran into Mr. Sinclair there in the gun store.
I don't know why you said that stuff about Dubois to him. That just probably endangered Dubois.
No, we were talking. He's aware. He mentioned it beforehand that Dubois is changing on them and doesn't want to be violent. We were talking there for a few minutes.
Okay. Right.
But I think he was then just trying to send telegrams for them not to come here.
No,
I think
most
they were
likely.
coming here. Yeah.
We could right up towards Annisburg, maybe. It's a good place not in town to be checking telegrams rather illicitly. If you don't mind
Yeah,
a
they're
brief
probably
patrol
gonna
up there.
meet somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around. I don't know where they go, but we have found them up in that area quite a bit, haven't we?
You check tall trees, because that's apparently where Snow likes to find them.
No, that's where I found them a few times. But if he's out down here, there's a good chance that she's over here in the east, and the most illicit telegram station up there is going to be, Annisburg. Right. So we can run up there and see if we have a spotter. Alright, did you feed your horse?
Oh yeah, we can
Okay.
double time it.
Okay, speeding up.
Picking up.
Cash wouldn't be happy that he said that to her. Gesundheit! Yeah, because I sneezed violently. Alright, slowing down. Benson's horse is falling behind.
That's what he gets for riding around on that big hunky piece of shit.
Oh, they're still, they keep going for a while. They're just not the fastest. Forget formations, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's alright. Night hard curry. Alright, going down onto the tracks and speeding up. What's wrong, folk metal? Where are we face palming? Right, resting horses in case she's there in town. She might go fleeing out as soon as we entered. So we're gonna come by the road here, which is a wee bit less visible. How about the both of you ride around the back side of the telegram station as they go into town?
No, already.
Does that make sense to you? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you failed a wave. Good job. It's long neck goodbye. Hey, I bite.
The locals tend to get jumpy here, don't they?
Not too bad, but they can be. Alright, ride around to the backside. Go. Saints Crossing Sheriff Department, is anyone inside the telegram station?
There doesn't seem to be. I don't know if you can hear me.
Aye, I can hear you.
I'm go in and clear. Sheriff's Department, if you're inside, make yourself known.
I tried to. I think we're okay. I don't think she's here. She'd have her horse nearby and be ready to flee.
Yeah.
The other place to check is Emerald. But with someone checking that we're up here looking for Kyla and that we're gonna go to Emerald and then maybe back to Rhodes. Send a telegram. I'm gonna.
Got plenty of gas, so if you wanna hightail it over there, we can.
Aye, but send a tip, please.
You do?
I sent it.
No, I don't have any chocolate or candy. I do have some steak if you want some.
Why are we talking about chocolate or candy?
Because Benson here's hungry. Apparently that's his dinner.
I'm in the mood for some sweet. You know, I got some food, but I was in the mood for something sweet.
No, I gave my chocolate bar to someone in the cells. Okay. Alright, I'm speeding up. Whoa, how far behind is he? It's funny. Night, Moon Fox. Mini Moon Fox. Oh, resting horses.
Couldn't tell if that was my bad or your bad. Probably a combination.
It's always your bad.
Yeah, keep wishing near sunshine.
We'll blame it on the bow tie.
Blame it on the badge.
Sorry.
Kramer, watch where you're going.
No, that was my fault. I misled him.
Kramer. Just blame
It was my fault. Alright, speed back
Just
up.
remember what happened in the pig pen, Spencer. You just remember.
So you two get in a fist fight and Benson went down.
Apparently there's a little sports game going
Right.
on tomorrow.
Rider.
Someone like, you know, you gotta get a piggy into a goal with donkeys. I'm gonna try to make it to both fight night and, you know, herding piggies.
Alright, slowing down, allow horses to rest a wee bit.
Alright, slowing up. See if I can get Weller on a donkey and we're gonna herd some piggies into a goal. Figure we'd be pretty good at it.
Is that an actual game being played somewhere?
It's an actual game.
That
Yeah,
sounds
really
pretty
too.
funny, actually.
It
That's
does
pretty
sound,
fun.
Mitchell, do you want to be my partner? Fuck Weller.
I don't know if I'll be around. What time is it?
6 p.m. Eastern.
I don't know if I'll be around for that. That'd be fun though.
I'll put you on as a maybe.
I'm gonna say highly doubt I'll be around, even though it'd be really fun. Who's putting that together?
Some fella that I saw in town named Benny.
Really? Benny's doing that? Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe he's decided the criminal life isn't for him.
He didn't seem like much of a criminal.
No, he's pretty criminal. Did we just lose a... Right?
We might have. Oh, no. I'd say the only thing criminal about that man is his sleeves. And by that I mean his lack of them.
Australian fella, eh?
Yeah.
Aye.
Blonde.
No, he's he's a something for Riggs, who's an ex deputy and sheriff killer, murderer.
Well.
An outlaw. He's...
Even with a reputation like that, I can't say I've heard of her.
No, she's been out of state, or at least laying low for a while. But she was running her own outlaw outfit for a while. But you know, people can turn over new leaves. They realize they keep on a path like that, they're gonna die.
I suppose. Yeah, I'm somewhat of a believer that people don't really change. They try, but, you know, a person's inherent response to change is to resist.
See, I believe quite the opposite. Kramer.
I want to believe that people can change. Believe me.
Kramer, do you know that I used to be a criminal bank robber?
It was like deep down, clearly you weren't. You know?
But I changed.
Or, you know, you could argue that you changed, or you could argue that, you know, you never really did change and that, you know, you were never really a bank robber.
Aye, but that's for the person. Aye? Like, no one else can decide that. But
That's true. That I would... Oh. Jesus Christ.
Oh no. Are you okay, Benson? Benson?
I'll be alright.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright. We're just going to roads. Too much philosophy, not enough watching the road. Hey, we get pretty philosophical around here. Benson, meet ditch, Benson. I was hoping that we could meet up with Dunn again, but I don't know where he's gone to.
I bet you he's wandering the city, wondering where the fuck we went.
Oh, we did check, didn't I?
Yeah, that's true. From Annisburg. Did we say we were heading to Rhodes?
I sure hope so. That's all I asked to have said.
I said the Emerald Ranch.
Oh, you didn't say Atlanta Roads?
No.
Alright. Mitchell and Kramer checking with us. You can be safe. He's in Saint Denis. Okay, he sent that at 3:53 a.m. It's 4:02. He must have missed hours. Because... Hey, can we check in here?
Yeah, what do you want me to say?
Just that we're here.
Are we going anywhere?
I'm gonna be going to bed. So, are you and Vince gonna be staying in?
I'll probably head back to Valentine and probably do the same, honestly.
Alright, you might want to try and meet up with Dunn. Just...
Make sure he's okay.
If you're going to bed, Benson, are you gonna stay on duty?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, Dunn was asking for us to check in from Saint Denis. So,
are you guys staying on or are you guys going to bed?
No, I've got to go to bed. It's late for me.
Okay.
So if you could maybe try and link up with Dunn. I think he's still probably down in Saint Denis. There's also another tip, something about speak to the deputy. So
we're gonna take a look at that.
Aye, go ahead. I do need to go to bed though, it's quite late for me.
Good night, Mitchell.
Mate, take care.
What did they say? Speaking with the deputy where?
Hey, fucking idiot. Oh. Never mind.
Wait, what?
No, I was just gonna say, well, I guess I said fucking idiot, and I'm probably talking about myself, honestly.
Okay. I'm just gonna sleep in the barn like a hobo. What's this? Some small footprints and a strand of black hair. Wow, I know so much. Wait, what's this? White thread caught in a nail. What? What is all this random evidence? Heavy hoof tracks. I don't know what's happened here. Okay. Get behind the bushes. Because, you know, eventually everyone has to go to bed, even if it's in a barn. You know, I know crypt, but that, like, why? That's what I mean. All right. Oh, Tim Mac is back. I'm gonna throw Tim Mac a raid just to say hi. It's been a while since he's been on the server, as far as I know. Yeah, guys, good night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for the support. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. My sister is here, so I might not be streaming as much or as regularly or as early as normal. So just a heads up on that. Hopefully I can return to a more regular schedule, but you know, she came all the way down from Canada and I haven't seen her for quite some time. So I'm gonna be focusing on that and all. Anyways, guys, go say hi, drop a follow, you know, all that stuff. And I'll see you again soon. Good night.